Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening. This is week 7 of our Build with AI Tambua Community Tech series. It's been in conjunction with Flata Kisumu and JDG Kisii. My name is Olvin George, organizer Flata Kisumu. I'm a product engineer, and that says that part of the things that I do on a day-to-day basis is I break the I'm the bridge between the product and the user. And recently, we've been working so much with AI, and I'm really excited to see what people can build with, like, have built with AI so far. Because when we started this series, it was from week 1. We started from 0, and now week 7, I think we have learned a thing or two, and we can. I'm excited to see what y'all have in stock for us today. So let's be nice to each other. If you have any question, you could just raise your hand. The speaker will either choose you or maybe choose to ask questions after the session is over. But without much further ado, I am so excited to see what you guys have in stock today, and all the best. Cheers.
Cool, awesome. Thanks. That brings us to our first presenter. So if you're not ready, just pass it on to the next presenter so as to save on time. The original structure is you present for 5 minutes, and as the audience will be the judge of your project, ask you questions, provide feedback or recommendations based on that. And then probably you can tell us what the problem you're kind of currently solving and what you are looking forward to in the future, especially in line with the project you're presenting today. So these are some of the amazing projects we selected for today, but we are not limiting ourselves to this. So even if you have, our participants in the call, if you have an amazing project that you can showcase now, after the few selected are finished, then you just write it on the chat and then we would allow you to present. So over to you, Davis. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
So
So
maybe Paul would check the timer. So 5 minutes from now. And
yeah.
Rose, I've added you to the chat. So you feel free to share your project. Don't be afraid at all.
Okay. So my name is Davis. I think I already introduced myself. Just a heads up, this is not my project. This is a project on GitHub. And I just felt it would be useful for all of us, either as developers, designers, or anybody wanting to use cloud. So I'll go ahead with my presentation. So this is free Cloud Code. I guess we have all heard Cloud Code, Codex, and Kesa, which was the pioneer of all this. And for some reasons, or maybe as most of us are blacks, we don't usually like to pay for stuff. As you can see, I haven't even paid for my Microsoft 365, and cloud is already 25 or $30 or something like that a month. We definitely have to go the route of finding a way to get or use Cloud Code or Codex. Okay, so as you can see, we have the QR code here. This would, if you scan it, it would take you to this repo. Since I have 5 minutes, I would quickly just run through how you would be able to set up this and then quickly show you the demo, okay? So what is this repo actually? It is, okay, I've talked about this. Basically, you've heard a whole lot about coding agents, and you have to juggle between Cloud Code, Codex, Gemini, GitHub, Kesa. There's a whole lot more. So what this repo is doing is basically it provides you all of the services for free, and it becomes a gateway where you'd have access to cloud providers, the free ones, of course, free premium tier, providers, LLM providers, and also you can link up your own local model. So yeah, let's quickly start. I have this already installed, so let me show you how it's worked. I have this already installed, but if you go through the process of installation, I would also leave my LinkedIn or email with you in case you need help setting this up. You'd go through this, and what this would ask you is to basically give them access to APIs from NVIDIA. NVIDIA has, by the way, a lot of open source models that are free and downloadable. So you could have them either hitting the cloud, free base, or you could have it totally installed with Ollama, and then you can have access to it in your local environment. But this is the command to start it. Okay. So upon installing and starting it, you would be met with this page, where this page, you can choose the model and like add a key to it. So for example, here I can change the key for my Open Router. So Open Router also gives you access to a lot of LLMs, which are basically free. And then you have also Gemini. In here, you would see that I have set up an API key for my Gemini, which is also free, by the way, and gives you access to Gemini to be used in the Cloud Code. Okay, so I've talked about this. So you have access to any other models, and then you can have, you can set it up yourself. Here, what is the use case and how does this really help us? I think we can all agree as developers that sometimes you just need your LLM to do some basic job. So for example, you need your code base to have localization where the LLM would change some stuff, but you don't necessarily want to use your premium tier model to do this because it's just burning through tokens, going through everything. So this is where the cheap plans come in, and then you can use the cheap plans to like handle some mundane tasks, right? Also, when I demo, you would see that the cheap plans also have their own disadvantages. Like they can hallucinate a lot. They can start spitting out gibberish sometimes, especially when it's stuck in like more than 200K context loop. So this is where you need to iterate fast. Oh my God. Okay, iterate fast, and then also plan accordingly. So for example, if you need a big task to be done, you first plan with, let's say, the Gemini, and then you continue with the other open models. Okay, so this is something that you could do. You could add this scale to tell Cloud that, hey, the moment I start heavy task, try to use Gemini, or when I'm doing something mundane, just use maybe any of the open routers. So what is free? Free doesn't necessarily mean it's, okay, timekeeper, I get it. Free, give me one more minute. Free doesn't necessarily mean that it is completely free. It is just that you have to be mindful of what you're actually giving up, because free means that the API is open to receive your code base, your code structure, blah, blah, blah. So this is where you also have to think about security-wise when you are sending this code structure and your API keys, right? Okay. Yeah, let me quickly, yeah, so let's quickly run the code with Cloud Code, which is free. Okay, so when I have this project and let's click on this. Whoa, give it a sec. It's being very slow. Okay, good. Okay, good. So on the usual, when you click, you download the Cloud Code, for example, and you don't have any subscription, you would be met with this screen to allow subscription. But in this case, I have linked the Cloud Code to the API calls on my left. So as you can see, FCC, which is the repo, is redirecting all your cloud requests through the models that I have set up here. Here. So in this case, it's routing it through NVIDIA MIM, which has like 100 models. So when one model is, we exhaust the tokens for one model, it switches on to the other model. So a quick thing is you can check here and type switch. I don't know if you can see this. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So if you click on switch models, you would see that all the NVIDIA models that I have are here, and all the Gemini also are down here, because I have linked my Gemini key to it, and then DeepSeek as well. You can have several models. Kimi, which is currently one of the best front-end models, they are all here that I can use for free, and I can switch between them. So live demo would be, I just put in this sample thing for it to just run. And what this will basically do is, of course, it counts the token still, regardless of a free model or not. It checks the product. So this is Cloud doing its work, but not using Cloud Sonnet, using a different LLM model to create whatever I've asked it to do. So the simple task was for it to create a coffee, what is this? Yeah, for it to build a one-page fictional coffee called this coffee. And then I gave it a requirement for it to also pick up the images from Pixon. And then, yeah, when it is done, we would clearly see it here. And because this is cloud, it would also ask you permission to, let's say, open the okay, it already did. So it would have asked me permission to open this. And then when it is done, as you can see, I've created a simple page, blah, blah, blah. And basically all of this is free, and it doesn't really touch your premium TA models, and you can use it for some simple stuff like this. Yeah, so that is it. I hope I didn't take much time. Yeah, I'm open to questions now. There you go.
Thank you so much. That's brilliant. So the web page that you just showed, that's the final thing, final output, right?
Yes, yes. It just did it. It was supposed to ask me, but I have automatic mode. So it just opens the page, and this is the code it gave out. Yeah. And the CSS styling as well. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks. So I would give it up for the audience to ask him questions in 3 minutes. Or I would just point out someone to ask. Or feel free to write on the chat as much.
I have a question, Maureen.
Yeah.
Thank you for your presentation, Davis. I just wanted to know, have you deployed the solution that you are building so far, or it was just a demo?
Which solution, if I may ask? You mean the website?
Yeah, the website.
No, it was just a demo. So if you look at the code here, this is the file attached. And if you go through the thinking process, this is what I did. And Cloud usually asks you, hey, I am done with the task. Should I open this for you to see or preview? And it's opened this page. So you can see that this goes through my file. It's just a file within the code. And then it's using the CSS and the index. Yeah. So it's not deployed. This is local.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Paul raised his hand. You have something?
Yeah. I'm not sure if I missed it, but like you don't need to, for example, if I want to run Llama, for example, what I would do is like get a Docker image of that, have it locally on my machine, and then I run it. So how does this one work? How do you have access to all these other, for example, free tier models, or is it just making network requests to wherever they are hosted?
Yes, that's a good question. Like I said, I think you missed it earlier. These models are hosted by NVIDIA, Gemini, Google, and Grok, other places. So these are hosted, and we are sending the request via the repo, okay, to them, and the answers are coming back from the cloud providers. Nevertheless, you can also set up this to use a local, like Olama URL, where it would do almost the same thing, basically. And of course, we all know the importance of having this local if you do, and then it would keep your files and API keys and whatever safe. But for free tier, you should be open-minded because basically these models are going to learn from your code base or whatever you're working on to improve on themselves. So it's like giving up some information for something back.
Is there a way to like avoid sending data to the model so that it can learn from you, data privacy and everything?
I think when you check, some models are saying you have to opt in and out. So for example, if I go to Google and set up my API key, I can like give it, how do I say, like permissions to either learn or like not, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really trust these guys. They will definitely use your code base. So to be on the safer side, that's why in the slides, the most important thing is your keys, your API keys and the environment keys that you need to keep safely. The code is a code. You probably learn it from somewhere, and it's also good for the LLMs to learn how to code anyways. So yeah, just keep your API key safe because I mean, cloud and the others are also still doing the same anyways.
Right, thank you.
Alvin, you are next. You raised your hand.
Oh yeah. First of all, I really love this solution. Like it's something I have in my bucket list also, because I use a lot of tokens on a daily. So my question was, is there a way of accessing other models for like Anthropic, like let's say Opus, Fable 5? Can it be accessed using this solution?
Of course, yes. I mean, you can still have access to your Anthropic models, which are capped, of course, to a specific token, right? The number of tokens per day. So if you check this free tier, they have, where is Anthropic? Where's cloud? Yeah, I think it's in the latest, but yeah, I don't have the latest repo, so I need to probably update it. But yeah, you can definitely give it your key, which you can get from cloud for it. So in one of the slides, I mentioned that sometimes you need the premium models to handle like the thinking part. Okay, so that part you definitely need your API, or you can tell cloud to switch. Let me go to switch models, or you can have a skill to switch the model. So here you can choose, okay, Sonnet, use Sonnet for this thinking part. But of course, you're going to exhaust your token immediately. So after that, switch to maybe the NVIDIA for the mundane task, because cloud has already planned whatever you need to do. So what the other models need to do is, okay, pick up what is planned and then use it to produce the outcome. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Cool. So that was our first presenter. Thank you so much, Davis, for presenting that, especially people who don't like paying for tokens. This is for you, and feel free to check it out. I think Neely, you have a question for Davis. I think we'll take only one last question, and then we proceed to our next presenter. So feel free to shoot it.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, my question is, what is the mode of revenue maybe to your project?
I'm sorry, I didn't get the question. Could you repeat?
Your mode of revenue. Once your application or your web app is through, it is hosted online. Then myself, like an client to use your app, will I be paying some fees to use it, or will it be free?
Okay. Yeah. So, like I said before, this project is not mine. This is an open source project. And what this project is just doing is it's continually updating, the project is being updated with the latest models and how to connect to them. So this is not paid. This is free. The models that are also free, or where you get your APIs from, they've also labeled some for free. So if you come to NVIDIA, they have free endpoints where this is like a billion embedded model. So it cannot be compared to the 500 billion context models, right? So this is basically free from these premium or like these companies like Google and NVIDIA and Grok, and you can use them like you use your ChatGPT. Yeah. So the project itself is free and open source, and it just provides you with this interface to put in your own API keys so that you have every model configured in this environment instead of having to switch between Cloud, Codex, Gemini, and other CLIs. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, Davies. And I will check the agenda again. Bring back here. Yes. So next on list is I don't think Victor is here yet, so I'll give it to Edwin. Yeah, so Edwin is gonna present about BlueGuard. I don't know what BlueGuard is. He said he's from Mombasa. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with ocean, sea, whatever, but feel free to take it over.
Maureen Joseph, please, if I can present the third person. I'm near a mosque and there's a lot of noise here. Please.
Okay, no worries. Then Nilimai, will you go next?
Okay, thank you. Can you share?
Okay. The timekeeper is gonna observe the time, so feel free to speak within your dedicated slots and take it over.
I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, thank you. Today, I want everybody to think about the teacher. The teacher has a workload on every daily basis. And after thinking about how we can assist the teacher and to reduce the workload, that's why I came up with the ISIMS CBC LMS. And here, the teacher is being assisted on how to generate schemes of work through AI, lesson plan through AI, marking schemes, exams, calculating marks through AI. So due to time, I'm going to show you my showcase. That is the teacher dashboard. The project has been deployed, is online, everybody can access it. So this is the teacher dashboard. Has a lot to do with AI, but I'll proceed to. So here are the curriculums. These curriculums are according to the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development. These are the guidelines the teacher normally use on daily basis. So before you generate your schemes of work through AI, first of all, you should have these schemes of work in the system. So here are the schemes of work. Some I've already generated, but due to time, these schemes of work for full term, it takes around 2 to 3 minutes to being generated. So I'm going to show you how it looks like after generating. Then we shall generate the lesson plan, which took about 25 seconds to generate a lesson plan through AI. After that, we shall also generate an exam with the marking scheme. Then we go to the grading of the marks. We generate a report card. So here we have the schemes of work. We can do with the term 3 environmental activity grade 1. So this is a schemes of work that I generated through the AI, which lies under the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development. So after generate the schemes of work, normally the lesson plan comes from the schemes of work. So that the sequence, you have to upload the curriculum guideline, then you generate the schemes of work for the grades for that term. Then after that, now the teacher normally generates a lesson plan on daily basis. A teacher cannot generate a lesson plan for the whole week, but he has to generate it on daily basis. So when we come to lesson plan, we shall click new lesson plan. Once the new lesson plan is loaded and open, then it has option. You may have you have created your own lesson plan. You can upload it, or a bulk one you can upload it. But for the case of AI, you shall click here, generate with AI. That's the lesson plan. So once it's open, you click here, so it will load all the topic and subtopics, but nowadays they're calling them strands and substrands. So our schemes of work was environmental activity. So you can search it. The easy way to search it, just open your schemes of work. That was environmental term 3. For easy search, then you highlight the heading, copy it, then come once again here. You click there, then you paste your copy, then customize it by brackets so that it can bring that for term 3. So if you want to generate now for week 2, lesson 1, the lesson plan for week 2, lesson 1, you click there, then you click submit. It takes about 20 seconds to 25 to generate the lesson plan. It depends with how the guideline from the curriculum development is. If it is wide, it may take a bit long time. If it is not a wide that, it will take less time to generate it, because everything has to go under the curriculum development. So now it is done. It has been generated. So you scroll down up to here, then you create. When you create, then you save that lesson plan. Now it has been created. So your lesson plan, it is ready, but you have to edit so that you can do what? You can put the date of that lesson, the time of that lesson for it to be complete. So you click edit. Once you click edit, here at the top, now you can say this is for Monday class. Maybe the period of that lesson is on a Monday. Then period, duration of that lesson may be 40 minutes. After that, if there's some changes you want to make, you can edit. Because AI is not 100%, it has some few errors. So you can edit the whole lesson plan. After you are done, you click it, final, and you save. Once you save it now, your lesson plan is ready and you can use it now to teach. So once you teach, then you must take an exam. You have to do assessment to your learners. So you come here, exam and assessment. Exam and assessment, we are going to generate an exam through AI. And the exam that is being generated is being generated within the lesson that you teach. So you will click in your exam. We have said here we are reducing the workload of the teacher. So you can also do a manual setting of the exam, but our most important is the AI. Generate exam with AI. Now you select your course. That was environmental, term 3, maybe mid-term, exam or CAT. You can set the question, maybe section A, 10 questions, section B, 3 questions, then section C, 1 question. Marks, you can say 2, depending on how you want to make it. Then time allowed, you may select that example to take how long. Then after that, you click submit. And your exam, it will be generated around 30 minutes to 40 minutes. The exam will be generated. Seconds, no, not minutes, sorry, seconds. The exam will be generated together with the marking scheme. So once the exam is generated, then there are 2 options. There are those schools which are capable. Now it has been generated, the exam. So there are those schools. So you can change the schedule or you can save it the way it is. So if you come to exam, you'll see your exam, which is here. Environmental, it is active. You can click to view the exam. Now here is the exam generated against the correct answers. So this is for the teacher. It even draws according to the question, the topic, that the way it was according to the curriculum development design. So I was saying that we have those schools which are capable. They have the tools, the digital tools, where they can do this exam online. Once they do this exam online and submit the exam, it will be automatically marked because the answers are in the system. For the schools that are under the subject community, whereby the teacher will have to print this exam. Print the exam, this is the exam. So we have to print the exam and issue the papers to the learners to do the exam. Once they are done, they'll do the marking of the exam according to the answers which are shared by the AI system. After the students are through with the marking now, there's the hectic area where the teachers nowadays are really facing it very hard. That is, during our time, you see, it was very easy. After the exam, it's 100 over 100, 70 over 100. That is all. But nowadays, you find that there is the grading of those marks. Those scores, that is above expectation, meet expectation, approach expectation, below expectation. So you find that nowadays, learners and parents, they don't get report cards due to that overloading of work, but due to this system. So if the exam, it was done online, then the marks will populate here automatically, or you will click here below, synchronize the exam, and the marks will be automatically seen here. Then your work will be to save and generate, one click generate the report card. And if the exam is done manually, then you will come here and select that type of exam. If it was cut like that, then you will have to feed the marks. After feeding the marks here, then you will click save, then you generate a report card. So I will show you a demo that I did for the end term 2. You see, these are the marks that were loaded, the current exam that was done last week. So after this report card that were generated, so let's see the report cards that they were generated. So you come student reports, you click view report cards. So you select the grade, the term of that exam, and the type of the exam, and the system will fetch the exam that was done. So here are the report cards. All the exams that were done that are being fed in the system, in the report cards. We have the signature, the head teacher will put his signature electronically, plus the class teacher. The comments also, they're being done through AI. So the comments are done here at the report cards. So let's see, and we have a report card that is not comment. We see how it is being done. So this report, it has no comments, you see here. So once you click generate with AI, the AI evaluates the student personally in terms of attendance, in terms of academic, all the progress that has been doing through the system. So it will add the comments. So you see here the comments are added, but the teacher can also edit these comments. Once they are done, the teacher can put the date, closing date, opening date of the school, and save the comments. Once that is done, the student can see this report card in his portal, and the parent also can see the report card in the portal of the parent. So that is how we generate schemes of work, lesson plan, till we generate report cards. Also, the teacher has an AI research assistant. This research AI assistant, he can search information about the subject that is teaching. It cannot ask anything outside that subject. So it asks that subject it taught in that class. If it is mathematics, once he requests, he'll get the information. And once he gets that information, he can link with the lesson that he teaches. So for example, if we click here, this is the feedback it has given us. Such the CBC approach to teach mathematics in grade 6. So it gave you. So you can edit, you can copy, or you can link direct with your lesson. So you can choose the lesson that you want to link it, and then it takes the information to the notes. So that's how the AI is being used in this system. It also helps the teacher to know which students they are at risk. When I say at risk, I mean that after they do the exam, if the student who failed that exam, they will appear here. Those who did best and those who did bad, it will appear here. And also it gives guidelines the teacher what he can do about the student. So I will show you in this is the administration, the school admin portal, the AI school performance, which is being used by the teacher, by the teacher. So like here, you see, you get the overall mean grade, those who passed and those at risk. So you see there are 16 students at risk. and it shows everything. And it can direct you where the student failed. You see, so maths, they did best. But if you come at those who are at risk, most of them, they fail the Christian Union subject. And each student, the area it has been highlighted where he failed. So it assists the teacher to go direct where the student failed. So this is how the AI, I'm using it in this system. It is deployed in the pilot stage. Some teachers are really using it right now to put their marks and to evaluate their students. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Nili. That was an awesome presentation, especially us growing up in Kenya, like the whole education system, which was like a mess. So I'm really glad you are trying to bring up this, especially right now in the age of AI. So I'm really keen on if you are actually monetizing this, or you are currently using it for what exactly?
Yeah, currently I'm using it. It's on the pilot stage. I'm doing even advertisement through the social media. I have at least, right now I have 10 schools that are on board. I give them free subscription, 1 month free subscription for tests. After the subscription, then we charge Palana, or I charge Palana. That is 150 shillings per term, Palana. And those teachers who will like to use it individual, not a school, most of them, they have requested that only the grade sheet side where that they can mark the exam, they can insert their marks, and they can do the generating of the report card. So to that side also, I charge 5 bob per report card once it is generated. It is integrated through the M-Pesa.
Nice. That's amazing. Paul, you raised your hand. Do you have a question for him?
No, it was more about the clock.
Yes. Clock reminder. Yes. I think he extended by 5 more minutes or so to let him finish his presentation. So I would hand it over to you, the audience, to ask him questions about the project. So we have a queue. I'll follow the queue. First is Edwin, and then next would be Davies.
All right, thank you for an opportunity to ask question. Nearly, that's a wonderful job that you have done. I really admire the creativity, and I'm sorry for this background noise for one last time. But my question comes this way. Which AI do you use to support your system? And for a majority of us who like using free tires, how do you manage? Have you used rate limiting, or do you pay for those AI versions? Maureen Joseph, don't laugh. Lastly, if you are looking for collaborators, are you willing to take some of these amazing souls around here? Then which database do you use? I only have those 3 questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I use 2 AI providers, that is the Gemini and Anthropics. Anthropics, though it is very expensive to use it, so I rely on the Gemini. That is, it's like a prepaid. You pay the way as you use. That's when it deducts your token. It is very not very expensive at that. And also in the system, I've made a limit. Every teacher per day, he can generate 1 lesson plan. And if that token for that teacher is expired, I allow him to purchase through M-Pesa. So I get that money, then I increase the token. The system will increase the token. Once it sees the purchase of that that client, then it increases the token for that day. So that the extension of that payment, it can sustain my my payment for the next payment of the AI token. About collaboration, the door is open. We come on table, we talk that behind the tent. Database, MySQL. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I think your breakdown is really cool. And if you can already employ the pricing tier, that's also amazing, because that's the only way you can monetize this, from like the very basic tier to the most premium tier, so that you can also get in your hard work from it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all those who are interested collaborate with you to make this like a thing, especially in the educational system. Thanks for that. Davis, you have a question.
Yeah. So thank you very much. This is a really cool product. I think even in Ghana, West Africa, we are used to this, and then it would be very helpful in other countries as well. I'm not sure whether I see you lost connection. Yes. Are you still here with us?
Pardon?
Okay. Yeah. So my the question that I had was the feature where a teacher can add remarks and also AI can generate remarks themselves. Like, is it possible? Like, is there a template that teachers could use for the AI to do the generation? And also, it would be wonderful to know that, let's say, for a specific term in maybe science class or mathematics, there are like quite a number of pages that we go through, let's say 200 pages. Are you feeding all of this into the AI to generate the exam? And how can the teacher also influence this exam? If, like I said, if there are templates. And also for PDF generations, are these also handled by AI? Because I think if AI gives you maybe the XML response or something, you can just use a cheaper platform for file generation, which would automatically also reduce your cost. So the question here is more on cost and also how you can customize the AI per teacher to give response to the students.
Your voice is a bit up and down. I cannot get you clearly. It's breaking.
Okay.
So make it simple. Maybe there's an issue with network.
Maybe you can put
Okay.
the question in the chat.
Yeah, I think it would be better that way. Yeah. I'll drop it in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'll give it one last chance to Matik. I saw you raise your hand, but we have less time now, so feel free to shoot. Otherwise, feel free to write it on the comments before we proceed to the next presenter.
I will do that in the comments. I will do that in the comments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes, so that's very brilliant, and all the best in this project, Nilay. So I would share again. Edwin, are you ready now?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes, so just a small heads up. So it would be Edwin, yes, to present about BlueGuard, and Rose, I've quickly added you to the agenda. So if you still are comfortable to present your project, feel free to do so. But for now, we'd go with Edwin. And then I think also Paul initially said he has something interesting to share. So if we have more time, then you can shoot for it. Why are you shocked? You said it yourself. And yeah, so for now, Edwin takes the floor.
Just a moment, please. Okay, guys, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Edwin, and I'm located in Mombasa. So for me, I have a very brief presentation. My solution is all about curbing and mitigating marine pollution. We all know that marine pollution is something that is talked about, and I don't know why my village people are overworking. Just a minute, please. Just a minute.
And we are seeing your WhatsApp, just so you know.
You're seeing my WhatsApp?
Yes.
Just a moment. There, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we are seeing your. Wait, it disappeared. Yes, Blue Guard.
Blue Guard. Are you seeing something Blue Guard?
Yeah.
All right. As I was saying, I've just built this solution with the Next.js framework, TypeScript language, then Supabase database. And this is just an environmental intelligent platform that is majorly seeking to close the loop in the coastal circular economy. What I'm meaning in a layman's perspective is we are trying to change the narrative of the perspective at which people view waste. We want when somebody comes in contact with waste particularly, they can know that clearly this is a chance of us earning and getting a living out of waste. So majorly the system targets everybody. Over the past, environmental conversations have kinda neglected the communities. And with the onset of technology, we are kinda leveraging it so that we want to make sure a common mwananchi can also participate in making sure that the environment is safe. So without sounding too much, I'll just lead you through the dashboard. As I have said, I'm a full stack developer, and the proficiency that has orchestrated for is Next.js framework, JavaScript and TypeScript, then Supabase database. I've also deployed it. I've pushed it in GitHub and deployed it in Vercel. So I'll move very fast because I want to utilize the 5 minutes. We move into the login and the sign-in page. So I have some pre-filled and mock-up data. So we have different dashboards. At the moment, I want us to take a look at the citizen dashboard. So when I select the citizen dashboard and I select one user from the bottom there, then I sign in into an action, I'll be led into the user's dashboard. For example, this is what user's dashboard will look like. So what it shows you your current location. Then in Kenya, the moment unemployment is on a very high number. And there are these youth organization groups that are formed majorly by youths to help them come up with solutions that will take them out of poverty. And what we are doing at the moment is we are also going to work on board with such organizations. And we are also looking forward to work with beach management units so that everybody, when he or she is on board, will be able to make this system to be alive. So for example, this is a user, let's say maybe this is Maureen Joseph, or this is maybe Joshua. You are working on a normal day and then you spot a piece of plastic waste. We have targeted plastic majorly because plastic has severe consequences to the environment. For example, the production of plastic requires carbon dioxide to be emitted to the environment. So when we take plastic and recycle them, we are making sure that we don't produce other carbon dioxide that could have been produced to produce another plastic. So in the end result, we'll have conserved the environment by not producing carbon dioxide anymore. So what we have done here is that we have integrated an AI that allows you to take a picture. And to be specific, I'm using Google Map Vision API. For those of you who are not that much deep into tech, an API simply is just like a waiter that allows us to talk with the data set that Google has trained for pollution. So for example, I've integrated the Google API beneath this camera section. So here at the moment for the section that you are seeing, the activate camera for the citizens dashboard, when you click that section, it will open your camera. Then when you open your camera, you will capture your camera. And after capturing your camera, Google Vision AI will analyze your camera. So we have integrated Google Vision AI so that we want to make sure that people don't just capture pictures anyhow. We want it to categorize picture to make sure that it's a real picture of what? Of pollution. For example, you can see the verdict that Google Vision AI has given me. It has told me the captured image appears to show a person which is not a valid for coastal pollution or GIS mapping. Please upload a real-time photo of beach pollution. So anybody who could have asked me, how sure will you be when this camera will be capturing pictures? This is the section that we have integrated the Google Vision AI to allow us to scrutinize the pictures that will be taken by what? By citizens. So when you look at the sidebar, we have this section called for my reports. This will now show every other report that this user, John Doe or Maureen or Joshua or Edwin, that has submitted so far. So the responsibility of a normal citizen is just to submit the picture. And when they submit the picture that is verified, and indeed it shows that when this picture is left unmitigated, it will result to pollution, these guys are able to get points. We have kind of created it in a gamified way, in such a way that when a user submits a picture and it's verified, they are able to get points. So for example, you can see our user here is eligible for coastal stewardship, for community sentinel and college. There's this section for reward center. We are looking forward where we will integrate live. At the moment, this is just sandbox test, but you can see this guy is eligible to redeem 50 shillings credit based on the points that he has. Pardon? They can also redeem 100 shillings of voucher. There's also a section where they can download a certificate. So these are some of the benefits. For example, we know the tendency of human behavior. We need to incentivize human beings so that they can feel motivated in doing what? In participating, especially to matters that affect them directly or indirectly. When you remove reward, the motivation part or the moral part deteriorates and nobody will support you and your system. So when a picture is submitted, let me just give you a brief overview. When a picture is submitted, the CBO, the community-based organization, and the beach management units based on your local location that the system of your phone will have captured will alert those communities that are around so that they can come and participate in taking those collections. So earlier on, as I was introducing this system, I said it's an environmental intelligent platform that closes the loop in the coastal circular economy. Remember, we are in talks with companies that recycles plastics. We are in talks with these big organizations and institutions. For example, schools. Schools are a major source of waste generators. But at the moment, they have not yet discovered that indeed some of the waste that they produce can be of resource. Some of the waste that they produce can generate an income, can generate a revenue. So imagine a system that connects recyclers and generators. A school, for example, let us be practical. Let me not give you a lot of theory and those dashboards here. Let's now say maybe want to sign in as a recycler For example, a school somewhere, maybe in Mombasa, in Nyali, or a school in Nairobi, has produced waste rather, they will have to capture the picture of the waste and update to the system. So for the recycler's perspective, now when the recycler logs in, let me show you how it will look like. When a recycler logs in, this is how their overview will look like. For example, you will see we have a section where it shows 540 kilograms of waste that is located where? In the Mombasa Coastal CBO Nyali Beach. So you'll have to choose either to buy. Then remember, there is a system, not there's a system per se, but there are these companies that already recycles plastic waste. But what they do majorly is that when they wake up or when a morning routine dictates for them is they dispatch their logistic team to go and fetch for this plastic. What we are trying to do for them is that we are going to show them a real map. Here is the real map, for example, the pick locator map that will show them exactly where the producers of waste are. So this will help them to do what? To save on the fuel that they will be spending majorly to roam haphazardly. For example, you can see this yellow spot on the map section. It shows you exactly, I'm in Mombasa, forgive me, maybe I'm not in Kisumu, Nairobi, but I hope these are just for purposes of making the system much more understandable. This map section that you are seeing here, this is a map box. We have integrated something called the GIS, Geographic Information System, that allows us to map clearly where the system will be showing waste generators. For example, this is a dashboard for the buyer or the recycler. Here you can see the purchased stock, the pending pickup, where my cursor is. So the yellow dot in the map shows clearly that this section is the section where we need to go and pick up our plastic. This will save them too much time. Now let me show you another dashboard. So this will just be the recyclers dashboard showing you how much they have purchased so far, how much plastic. Then remember, we are not just collecting and recycling. We have some things called carbon credits. Remember, we have so many grants, we have so many funding that support people who are saving the environment. For example, there is a hotel that have tourists coming there in and out. Hotel are generators of waste. So if we give them this platform, we will show them their data, how they have accounted for preservation of the environment. And that one can give them what? Can give them credibility to subscribe or to be what? To be eligible to attain those carbon credit funds. These CBOs, as I've said earlier on, CBOs is just comprised of youths who are unemployed, people who have a common goal to escape the matrix, for lack of a better word. So if we show them their dashboard and we certify them maybe by every end year by saying that this group XYZ has been able to save this amount of carbon, they have collected this amount of plastic, for example, let's say 10 tons of plastic this year, and they are seeking for funding. Let me tell you, conversations about pollution are very serious, and these people will be listed to be the top contenders of what? Those carbon credits. Let me show you the last dashboard before I wrap up my presentation. There is this CBO and NGO perspective. The CBO is just the community-based organization. The NGO is just an ungovernmental organization. People want to support funding. Then there's this also, the researcher perspective. Researcher, remember we have scientists, they came free, people want to contribute towards data that sustains a certain mitigation strategy that will allow us to save our environment, especially the blue economy sector. But these people don't have that structured database where they can obtain those information real time. So what we will do is that we will give them a platform where they will be able to access data from previous generations, and they can also publish their dissertations there and account for the things that will help the environment at large. So there is this section here for the NGO perspective, which is just similar to that of a CBO. This is now the dashboard where people will be alerted by remember the first section that I showed you about citizen dashboard. So based on that GIS map, for example, I'm here in Mombasa, and maybe 2 kilometers from here, a citizen spots a piece of trash. What that citizen will do, he will capture, or she will capture that picture, and that picture will be pinged on the map section. You see these red spots, this now will show what the pictures of plastic that need to be collected. So based on my CBO, for example, if I can say I'm a lead of a CBO, I can see there are these red dots here. So which place is of comfort? Which place can I reach first? So when I go there, I go with my team, we collect those plastic. And remember, we are not just collecting, we are collecting and we are selling them to what? To the recycling agencies. Now, the business model is that we are making this platform to be a SaaS. When I'm talking about a SaaS, majorly, or in a layman's way, I'm just talking as subscription as a service. Just like the earlier presenter of the education dashboard has showed us, people will be paying to access this dashboard. You can see, if you want to narrow down into satellite section, we can see clearly where these red dots are, and it will save us a lot of time for the users. Number two, we are going to charge per transaction. For example, let's say a recycler is buying from a producer, the transaction maybe we shall just be charging, let's say 5 to 10% commission, something not big. So that is what we will do majorly to the system. So this is the CBO and the NGO dashboard, and it will be showing everything. Now there will be a question. Of course, this question is inevitable in the tech world. People will say, what about those people who use non-smartphones? We have you covered. We have this USSD simulator now that the technicality of implementing the USSD is quite complex. We have kind of simulated it here. So for our old men and women in the society who will want to contribute to make sure that this thing is also effective to their phones. Remember, in Kenya, statistics and numbers don't lie. 2 out of 3 families, mark my words, own a phone. And when they own a phone, that means they have transactions that happen daily. So assuming this is that smartphone, in Kenya, we call them Mulika Mwizi or Katululu. These are the SSD codes that will be dialed on the screen. And when they dial that on the screen, these are some of the things that will be visible. For example, let's say maybe we want to do what? To report an incident. So when we report an incident, it will tell us choose location, because these SSD local phones don't have those GPRS or location section. We shall just choose the nearest beach section. Then when we select maybe, let's say, Nyali Beach, and click OK, it will tell us to select the kind of pollution that we want. For example, we want to talk about illegal dumping in section number 4. We click at it, then it will specify the pollution, low, medium, high. Remember, while we were building this thing, or while I was building this thing, I really considered it to be very complex. That's why you're seeing here low, medium, high. But we shall also consider it to be multilingual. We have a group of people that are not NALED, people who want to use Swahili. We shall also include them as we are tweaking and modifying this prototype. But at the moment, bear with me, I'm sorry for using this complex English. For example, we are in this section where we'll specify the pollution. We go to section 1 or section 2 or section 3. Let me delete and put section 3. Then I click OK. Then report dispatch successful. So when this USSD, what these Kabambe people will do is that they will report an incident. That incident will be pinged on the map section. That incident, as it is pinged on the map section, the community-based organization will have to verify it. While they verify it to be of true or to exist, this non-smartphone user will get their points clearly. All right. So with all due respect, I stop, or I beg to stop at that point. And yeah, I hope it has been an enjoying section. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you once more. I'm open to any question. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Paul, the timekeeper, already signaled you a few minutes ago, but it's all good. Whatever you're building is also really brilliant. So I would open it up for questions. And if you have a question for Edwin, raise your hand. I don't mean physical raising of your hand, but virtual. And ask him a question. And in the meantime, I'm really curious about the location map. It's good that you have it. So do you kind of use this data to analyze which of the regions are much more prone to dispose more waste, especially if like they are constantly on the red map?
Okay, what I've done majorly is I've used multiple AIs. You know, we are in the era of AIs. And what I've done is there's this section in development that is called GIS. GIS is basically just doing what? Explaining yourself in latitude and longitude. Latitude and longitude, these are the things that help you map something on the real map that exists. So an incident that will be reported timely will be pinged on the map. What we will do next time is we shall use another AI to help us understand which areas are prone to what? To pollution, based on the history of the red dots that are visible on the map section. Yeah, maybe just to answer you, that is what I can say.
Great, that's amazing. So anyone in the chat, do you have more questions for Edwin? Feel free to write it on the chat or just talk it out.
And by the way, I'm open to collaboration. I'm just a startup. I'm not a big fish in the ocean. Anybody, remember, anybody, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your proficiency in software development. As long as you are just aligned to my vision and you are ready to contribute something meaningful, I'll paste my number in the chat section. I'll welcome you. We talk and we see what to do. Thank you.
I
No
have a question
behind.
based on that comment. Sorry, I have a question based on that
Yeah.
comment. Are you hiring, number one? Number two, are you offering equity or cash? Number three, are you funded?
Those are very serious questions, Paul.
You've said
Let me also answer
you said you are you're opening to collaborations. So yeah.
Okay, we are just a startup. We are not funded yet, but we are in very deep conversation. Recently, we had a talk with GIZ. We are also talking to a certain company in India called Satyuk. We have so many serious conversations going around because environmental conversation is something that these big giants or big cash people are into. So that is what we are doing. We are not funded yet, but we are open. We can welcome you as our sponsor, Bwana Paul Ogola. Number two, remind me the next question, please.
I think that covers all of the questions. They are all tied together.
Okay, we are not hiring, yeah, by the way. We are not hiring, but we are open to anybody that can contribute to something meaningful. Yeah.
Does that mean you are looking towards being open source or just looking for collaborators?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to be an open source.
No, nice. Okay. I think we can have conversations around that.
All right, welcome.
Great. Do we have anyone else with a question for him before we move on to our second last speaker, who is Abdul Salam? But yeah, let's take one more question for Edwin. Otherwise, if you have more questions, feel free to write on the chat. But yeah, that was such an amazing presentation, especially right now where people, I don't know, like some sections are very littered and it's really bad for the environment. So if we can monetize on this, I know here in Germany, if you take a bottle to the supermarket, if you take it back, then you get paid is it 0.25 cents or 1.25 cents? I could be wrong. Yeah, but you get paid to return the bottle. So it's a good initiative that you are taking here. And maybe in future you can also have conversations. Oh yeah, so it's 0.25. Yeah, so the more bottles you accumulate, the more richer you become to take back to the supermarket. Yeah, so I all the best in your conversations, especially with the big environmental farms or people who are keen to protect the environment. And Neely has one question for you.
No question, please.
Okay. All right. Then that brings me to our second last, let me present our second last speaker, who is Abdul Salam. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong in pronouncing your name. But yeah, feel free to correct it when you take it up. He's gonna talk about the weather sense.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. I think I'm enjoying the section so far. And my name is Abdul Salam. I'm a software and a solution developer from Lagos, Nigeria. And this is an amazing one. The whole project in a whole make me feel like there's a whole lot of things going on. So, but I will be taking us through my own weather sense. This is just a little project. I don't like using AI to build stuff, but this is my first time using AI to build stuff. I don't even believe it works. I mean, I'm so rigid to what has already worked. So I don't like using AI to build stuff. But when I use it with this project, it's an amazing stuff. So like I'd like to share to us this project. So mm, I think, oh my. So I don't know. I think we are all seeing my screen. Oh no. Essence PDF. Yeah. Okay. Share.
No, we are not seeing your screen yet.
How about this? Okay.
Yes, we can see it right now.
So we all know Funcast, like how will I put it now, weather applications we have on our phones and mobile devices. So, but this particular solution, what I'm just trying to do when I wanted to make this, when I'm trying to create this solution was that I found out that many of our weather forecasts had this one thing. They will just tell you the weather situation, that oh, the weather is this, the weather is that. But unfortunately, they would not specify the stuff. So I just think of it that oh, since we already have a solution, but we still need something to make it. I try to renew it like a modern stuff. So that's why I added AI to the weather something. So we already know, everybody know that Funcast is generally known and accepted. Everyone has it on their phone. But this particular one is going to be giving us a recommendation, like what you are supposed to do. For example, let's okay, let me just dive into my so that's the first slide. So this weather app gives you data. Normally we already know our forecast give us data like temperature, humidity, speed, wind speed, weather condition. But the AI part of it gives us what we should go, where we should go outside, what we should wear, the kind of we should stay hydrated. Should we use umbrella or we should not use umbrella? It's not just giving us. I would like to put it now. It's not just giving us the weather condition, but it's also giving us recommendation that oh, you could do this while you are outside. You could take an umbrella outside. It's going to analyze. There's an AI that I built with the system that is going to analyze the weather results, and it's going to give you based on the recommendation. So um so I would like to switch to the project screen itself. Share. So this is what it looks like. I don't even know. This is like, I don't know that it's going to be big like this. I have other big project, but this is what I submitted. I had to just go with this. So this is what it looks like. So for example, let's try a state. So when you get to the landing page, you just one page, just a page. I was just trying to play with AI the day I built the project. The project took me just 2 days to finish. So for example, let's assume you are in New York City and you want to know what the weather situation looks like and what to wear and everything. But before then, if you notice there's something here, this is the location something to detect your location wherever you are. So for now, I'm currently in Lagos, Nigeria. So let's see. So my location is correct, Lagos, Nigeria. So the funniest thing about this particular thing is that you get to have a weather assistant here that will say, "Good afternoon, welcome to Lagos, the city of the city of excellence. The weather is warm and whatever." So the thing is, it is at least on a 79% accurate to every state, every country weather condition. Before I round it up, because this is just something we know already, it's just that I integrated AI into it and I make it more personal and more like personal. So but before we round up, we are going to text from anybody from any country or any state. We are going to text the person's state here to check the weather condition. But I would like to head on to this section before I do that. So if you look at this particular section, the humidity is there, which we all know. Every other thing is there. The sunset, everything, every other thing is there. So the part I would like to share is this part where you can share your weather condition with other people, telling them that, oh, this is my weather condition now, I might not be available. And they can also check their own weather condition and also share with you. And aside that, this also gives us 5 days ahead forecast. Like, oh, today now in Lagos, Nigeria, it is somehow the weather is just light. There was a light rain in Lagos, Nigeria today. So, but like it was a light rain. So tomorrow it's telling us what the weather is going to look like. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So the same thing on hourly forecast. It also gives you the flexibility to know, oh, the next hour. What's the next hour forecast may be? What is the next hour weather condition may be? Because currently now I'm preparing to go somewhere by 4 5. I already see what the next hour forecast may be. So we have this on our phones, and some people don't even check this. Some people don't even look at this and stuff. But the truth of the matter is, I didn't really have anything while creating, but I just believe it's solved a small amount of problem. But in addition to everything, I want us to test the application itself. And aside that, I think the integration of AI inside the project make the project more special, because normally we already have Funcast already. But the reason why user will come and use this one, is that it will give you a personalized result and a recommendation in a whole. So let's try London and let's see what London weather forecast is saying. So we have this Saturday. So everybody in London, good afternoon, welcome to London. The weather is, so anyone in London can also testify to what the weather is saying now. So we are going to try any states. Anybody can just say any state or country, and we can just try in the comments.
Try Berlin.
Sorry, I don't know. Maybe you can write the spelling in the comments, so I won't make a mistake. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh my. Okay. So she said, so this is it. So currently, I don't know, maybe that's where you are, but this is the weather condition currently. So the degree Celsius is 24 degrees Celsius. So you can, the app is telling you to wear a light jacket, would be comfortable, great for going out for a wonderful wonderful day and stay safe. So it's currently sunny there. So I don't know, is that correct?
Yes, it's currently 24 degrees. Yes, and it's sunny.
And by Monday, there's going to be a light rain on Monday. And
Yes,
these are
17.
other hours. Yeah, other hours, like hours that's there, like hours ahead that you can also like access. By 4 p.m. it's still sunny, 7 p.m., 10 p.m., and all of that. So and I think that's all. That's all I just have to say. If there's any question at all, I don't know that this is going to be so massive. I will have submit a bigger project, but this project is also a fantastic one. So someone is raising their hand. Yeah, you can go on, sir.
I have a question. First of all, just to correct you, don't say this is a small project. It's something good, and we appreciate your efforts so far. Then my question is, which AI do you use to analyze the weather? Because for me, there is one that I know that is very accurate. I can connect the dots by the things that you say that your system is 79% accurate. This AI that I'm telling you, it's not even an AI, it's a weather intelligence platform called Open Weathers. Have you heard about it? Open Weather platform. When you access their API, it is very accurate. It will boost your accuracy from 79 maybe to around 99. Kindly, I don't know which weather API. Yeah, I can see you have used it.
Yeah, so I didn't talk about that because I was rushing. I didn't go through my screen, but the technologies that I use for this is HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, vanilla JavaScript, weather API, and Visual for hosting for deployments. So I think that was your question, sir. And thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. But and to wrap it up, the plan I'm having for the application is for the next plan is advanced AI analyzer in a situation whereby AI will analyze what your day will look like, everything that your day will look like, the way your day will look like, the way you plan, like you can add it to your calendar ahead of time. Like it can even tell on your calendar, it can have access to your calendar. I'm still currently working on that. Have access to your calendar. Then it can, for example, if you're going out maybe tomorrow, it will currently pop a message to your phone. Oh, tomorrow there will be sun at this so time, or you're having a meeting outside. It's going to tell, oh, there will be so at this so time. And I'm also planning on integrating a voice personalization, whereby you just have just a voice personalization, mobile experience, map alerts, and advanced AI analyzer. So thank you very much for that one.
Cool. Thank you so much. That's awesome. And first of all, to reiterate once again, this is not a small project, and all the best with it. One question I have for you, especially for this, was what was the motivation to come up with this weather sense? Because like majority of people already have their weather apps in their phones and everything. So what is the motivation towards creating like a weather specific intelligent platform?
Yes, ma'am. So the thing is, I was having a conversation with somebody, and the person told me that because I hate, I'm a developer. Like I said before, I'm really strict with, I'm too rigid to what has worked. And that boils down to the AI situation. I don't like anything like AI something. So the motivation was like, oh, so someone was now talking to me, and I said, this AI is taking over a lot of things and all of that. So that I was really, really angry. I was angry when the AI something started, taking over. But over time, I realized that AI is not coming to take over your job. AI is just coming to make the productivity, enhance productivity. Because I noticed something that there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. What we have, I don't know. I don't want to go into religious something, but like there's nothing new under the sun. it is it how will I put it now? It is what has been like somebody Mr. I can't really remember the name. He presented LMS. I'm really familiar with that in my country. So there is something like that already. So for you to be special in the market, you have to come up with something like something that is already that people already know, but at the same time you have to add something new to it. So before I was saying that AI, no, I don't want to. But like I tried to build the project, an existing project, but adding an AI to it. So it already exists, but adding an AI to it make it more. And the motivation behind it is just myself, not arguing, allowing. How will I put it now? Not accepting that AI is changing, is taking over. That's just the motivation behind it. I didn't accept until I use it myself and I see. So that's the motivation behind it.
Great, awesome. Thank you so much. And now to the audience, do you have any further questions to him? Yes, and then in the meantime, I also have one follow-up question. So is your goal in the end to sort of monetize the platform to some degree, or add other APIs integrations within the app in general?
Sorry, I didn't get that one.
Yes. So are you planning to monetize the platform in the end? And if you are going to
yeah.
integrate it with other platforms and APIs?
Yes, I will surely monetize it. And the motion I tried to, the thing has landed. I just currently I just land just in a while now. Is that somebody said, don't say it's a small project. To me, when I was building, I didn't really I wasn't planning for something big, you know. I have other bigger projects. In fact, bigger projects that I'm working on that I've never I'm not even using AI to build. But this particular one, for the monetization process, the thing is, if I want to monetize it, it will be a native application where people can use on their phone, and where people can actually connect, how will I put it now, connect their calendar in such a way to it. So like before you go out today, you already know what the weather condition looks like. It will tell on your calendar, and many of us that we work with calendar, that we schedule our stuff on calendar. So you get the notification that, oh, today it's gonna be raining by 2 a.m. Make sure you take your umbrella as you're going out, something like that. So that's the monetization plan if I'm going to be monetizing it. So that's what I'm hoping to build with it.
Great, cool.
And somebody,
Neely, do you have one more question to him?
Okay, my question is, as you said that is something small, I can say that it's not something small, and you are doing it's a hobby, not a project, the way you present it. So, and if you make it a real thing, then what is your mode of revenue? Because once you deploy it, like me here in Kenya, I would like to use it maybe to give me the update of the weather forecast where I'm living. So when I'm using it, then what is the return you as the developer? Thank you.
I'm so sorry. Network is not letting me get what the question was, but I think
okay. The question is,
yes,
what is your mode of revenue?
The goal of revenue.
What will you get in terms of revenue after you complete deploying your project?
So I would say this is just like an MVP project that is not a finished complete product yet. But if I'm launching fully, it's not going to be a web application. It's going to be like a mobile native application. Then that time, that the only way of revenue is just two ways. There will be there will be the regular plan and the pro plan. So the regular plan and the premium plan. So the regular plan will be for every single user. They will be they can easily see their what's it called now? They can easily see the weather condition of the thing. They can easily personalize everything, like their weather condition. It will send notification to them ahead of time and stuff. But when if you want a pro section, that's when you can add to your calendar and all of that and all of that. And I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I didn't. It's not even an hobby. It's not an hobby, but it's just that I didn't see that coming. I was just playing with stuff at the time. I had bigger projects that I'm working on, but like I was just playing with stuff, so I didn't really know that this is going to be something. I built. Like she asked, what was the motivation? Motivation was just an AI conversation around that. Can AI do stuff? Oh, we are now in the AI era now. You can do stuff with it. So that was just the motivation, but I will still like go and strategize and do more stuff. So thank you very much, sir. This is what I have to say.
Great. Thank you so much for your presentation, Abdul Salam. I hope I got it right. And if you have further questions for him, feel free to connect with him on LinkedIn or any other platform. And finally, so in the meantime, I've just shared a link to join the Menti platform that we're going to check out with as we wrap up. Let me share the link once again. So just join via the link for our checkout. But in the meantime, I would want to invite Rose, who said she has something that she was building. So like we said before, it doesn't have to be a complete project. We just want to help and see what you're currently working on, the motivation, and you can also get feedback. So Rose, if you want to take it over and share. I just added you last minute right now because you said you have a project you can showcase.
Yes, let me share my screen.
Awesome.
Check out how many submission.
Yes, so in the meantime, I see some of you are already joining the Menti. Feel free to join and check it out for our checkout section. So Rose, just ping us when you are ready. We know this was abrupt, so it's okay if you take your time a little bit.
Can you see anything?
Yes, we can see your screen right now.
Have you seen Women at the Well?
Yes, we can see Women at the Well.
Okay, yeah. Again, my name is Rose Mutunzi. I have a toddler, he's 2 years old, so I'll be a little bit fast because he has sticky hands, he touches everywhere. So I made 2 apps, but then I made the first one, which I remember last time I talked about it, about the pads, people getting to know the location of getting pads for free in Kenya. So this one is for Women at the Well. I lead this ministry. I'm a Christian lead as well. And I lead about 800 women. We are in our WhatsApp group. About 500, they are mostly active. And I thought having an app can also be an easy way for them to check what we are doing, because the evening prayer tonight, we always have prayers every day in the evening at 9 p.m. Kenyan East African time. So the next prayer meeting, evening prayer tonight, the one which is showing the hours, 4 hours to the prayer. It helps someone to know how many hours we are left to have our meeting, our prayer meeting. But we have prayer from Monday to Friday, so Saturday and Sunday we are resting. And then there is the tab for joint prayer, daily word, free parts. It's a program. We always have outreaches. So last month in July last month, we were giving out pads. We did it in Kilifi. We do it every year. So there is also an option of giving as well if anyone wants to give, or maybe when we're having our programs and it needs you to give something. And also if anyone wants to volunteer. And also we have an option for prayer requests. If you have a prayer request, we can pray with you. Yeah, we can walk with you. And also mentorship, we always have programs whereby we mentor people, the servants, so they can know how they can lead in the right way. We are raising Christian leaders in East Africa. Yeah, so it shows the programs that you're having on Friday. We always have Friday night vigil, the time. You see the time, announcements, the outreaches. On Wednesday, we always have Talk Wednesday. Midnight prayer, we have midnight prayer as well. It's at 12. We also have morning devotion. It's at 9 a.m. Kenyan time. We always have events going on. Like right now, we have an event coming in September. I didn't put it down, but yeah, we always have events, retreats, the outreaches that we do. And also this one is the profile. It helps someone you have your own profile, so we get to know you. Yeah, so I've not done much, but I'll take time to do much after I've seen from other people. And also if I'll get corrected by our judges, I'm ready to learn. I think I am done. Thank you.
Awesome. That's an amazing project. And I think when we started the calls, the one thing to mention, Rose said she's not a developer. So building this from scratch, I don't know, with the help of AI, of course, is really amazing. So we are really proud of you for this and for taking the initiative to build something out of it. So I would let it to the audience to give her feedback, suggestions, and questions. So take it over. Anyone, if you have a question for Rose. Yes, you have one question from Edwin.
All right, mine even is not a question. I just want to congratulate Rose based on what you've described to us and your responsibility currently and the level of commitment that you are having to the platform. That certifies this statement that says women are good at multitasking. I believe that debate is over for my case, and I want to believe it at that point. So an observation to what you're building, it's a good thing. I believe it's not a replica of a Bible application. You just have to tweak it and make it to be of use. For example, I've listened that there's a section where somebody can integrate payment. I'm just here to offer any technical assistance just in case you want to integrate something like payment in your, is it first a mobile application or a web app? So if you are ready to integrate any payment system, you let me know. And yeah, any other changes that you might feel like you are stuck somewhere. I'm here with this other team of amazing developers. We are here to help you. So count on me when you want any assistance. Thank you again for your commitment. You are a superhero. Mwanamke bomba.
Thank you.
That's amazing. And yeah, I salute you for that. So one question to you, especially, I'm really curious on, okay, so what exactly did you use to develop the app? Is it a web app or a mobile app? And what technologies did you use to achieve what you just showcased?
I used cloud. I used cloud, and I just wrote I wrote the way you taught us that you tell ChatGPT what you want. Actually, I first used ChatGPT to help me write a prompt, and I said what I want, and I wrote down what I want, and then I got the prompt, and then I used cloud to create it. So I used the mobile app. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. That's amazing. So we'll take maybe 2 last questions as we finalize this. Yes. I'm also curious on your users, because you said like you run a community of about 800 women, and you meet together for the Bible studies and all. So are the 800 of them already using the app, or you are planning to make them use it? Because I think it would be valuable if they actually use it in the end.
No, it's something that I'm planning they get to use it, because most of the things we do it's online, but the physical meetings it's once in a while. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. That's amazing. And congratulations on taking the first step on creating this, and looking forward to how it would span in the end. And like Edwin said, if you need any support, just feel free to reach out to any of these. They are like senior developers, founders, and everyone else, so they can support you in any other way that you may want. And thanks again for presenting. Paul, did she finish in time?
This is the closest to sticking to time and that we've had. So
Okay. Cool, amazing. So we are coming to the tail end of this session for now, and I know some of the presenters were not able to join us today, and thank you all for your contribution, your feedback, your suggestions, and your cool, amazing ideas. So what's next up is for you to continue building with AI, put your skills to work, build, create, and repeat. And one thing to not forget, especially in this era of building with AI, is I know we are mostly curious on building, okay, can AI do this? Can AI do that? But one thing that I want to leave you guys with is monetize it. Don't just build for the sake of building. Think about the future on how you can also get revenue from your projects in the end, because everyone else can build, especially right now with AI. But think about the futuristic bit of it. Yes, Edwin.
Maybe just to sum up, agree with everything that you are saying, Maureen Joseph. Remember, things always happen for a reason, and we have both positive and negative sides of everything. So as we wrap up this evening meeting or session, I would like just to encourage all of us that I know we are in an era where vibe coding is something that is inevitable, but make sure you put into consideration so many things. For example, I can see people like Rose, they want to come up with fintech. Fintech is something that you're dealing with people's money. So make sure you understand a bit of security that will protect your system while you are trying to build and deploy it. Go read Vibe Code as you research, Vibe Code as you read, Vibe Code as you research. That will develop your expertise to another level. Don't just rely on prompting, because there are so many drawbacks. For example, if you don't understand rate limiting and people are using AI on your section, you will be charged heavily for the tokens that people will be using. If you're handling something like fintech and you don't understand the importance, those are some of the keener things you need to put into consideration as you are vibe coding. Thank you. Put that in mind. It will help you somewhere, because if you violate this later as your platform scales, it will cost you a lot than you think. Thank you, guys.
Yes, and thank you so much for the wonderful words. I actually forgot about that, the security aspect of it. So as much as we are trying to build with AI, let's not continue building without checking the security part of it. And I think also Davies mentioned it earlier with the free cloud code. Also check what kind of agent you're using, because some of them would learn from your code, obviously, but they might also use it for their own reasons. So keenly check before you do any other thing. So as we finally wrap up, I'm gonna take us through the Mentimeter. So just feel free to check it out right now, because I want us to check out as we leave. Yes, Matik.
To add to what Mr. Edwin has said, I just see this whole thing to be a way of like this whole program make me realize that you have to. I just want us to see the lesson in it, because even my own self, I had to. I just had to learn something just right now, and for I know every other person here is a builder and a strong founder, senior developers and stuff. I just want us to use this time to pick this thing, this particular thing that just happened to me, that you can don't be rigid, don't be too rigid to what has worked. And that's why technology is really like is something that you have to learn as new things come out every day. But while I was still learning a lot of stuff, I don't believe so. Like the people that like the places I learned a lot of stuff from, like a lot of coding stuff from, they usually tell us that you have to write and sit down and write your code and everything. But now I see that with this whole program, I can see that you can do anything. It's possible. And don't be too rigid to what has worked. Look out for be inspired, stay inspired in one word. So that's just the thing I think I just want to say. Thank you very much, everyone.
Awesome. I love the motivation. Yes, Rose.
Okay, I just wanted to ask, I had also Faith earlier, she spoke about security. And I think maybe we can talk about it next time. If you're going to have another next time, because she said that even apart from creating the app, we should also Edwin spoke about it, we should also remember the security. So I really want to understand this security part properly. And also I wanted to ask about websites and app. Like, is it better to have an app? If you have an app, there is no need to have a website, or you can have it both, or you can have just a website. There is no need for you to have an app. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, so that one I would leave it to the audience to respond. I think Faith, you've been mentioned on the security aspect, so probably maybe touch a little bit on it. So unfortunately, this is the end of the series today, but we would have really loved to touch more on the security aspect. But yes, Faith, if you have anything to say about security, especially right now in the era of building with AI, so that she can also get some focus area to check as well, and then anyone else to respond to the second part of her question about the web or the mobile.
Oh, thank you, Maureen. Hi, Rose. Whatever project you worked on, that's really quite impressive. And also to the rest of you, I've really liked what you guys presented. I'm really actually impressed. So coming back to the security bit, it's very, very important, especially with this new, especially with the AI coming around. Left, right, center. So when it comes to security, we need to be very, very keen, especially on the commands and the prompts that you're writing. And also when it comes to building the particular apps, yeah, we need to make sure that the APIs that we use are secured. We also need to make sure the rate limiting, we need to make sure that the authentication methods that we're using are the right ones and the whatnots. And there's actually a broad, it's really, really broad when it comes to now talking to security and the development work of it. And maybe, Maureen, we could do a session, yeah, so that maybe also the developers in the house can check their work and see if they've been doing it correctly.
Yeah, I think, that's something we can do, no? We can have like a slot specifically just for security. Yeah. So thanks so
Alright.
much for that. Yeah. And you'd lead it because you are the expert in that field.
All right. I'll try my best and prepare well and answer whatever you guys will have security-wise. Thank you.
Awesome. So to the second part of Rose's question, she was asking if it's better to build a mobile app or a web app. So anyone who has an answer for her? Davis, you said you are a senior engineer. What answer do you have for Rose in this context? Which one is best? Why the cry emoji, Davis? Yes.
Yeah, Matic, maybe you should go. I didn't have a full context of the question, so
Yeah, I can repeat it. So she was saying that in the developer world,
Yeah.
which one is best to develop, a mobile app or a web app? Which one do you recommend for someone to develop?
Yes. So I would say it depends on your audience or the people you want to develop for. So for example, if you want to build a shopping app, right? Or a shopping platform, I would say, based on your the audience you're targeting, you could just have a web application and not necessarily have a web that they have to go through the process of downloading from Play Store to having a paywall, blah, blah, blah. They could just go on their website and then have a progressive web app from there, which would let them download the app, but it's basically web. But in a context of, let's say, something, if you want your app, your audience to feel the native version of the application, like music applications, staying connected with them with notifications, and adding some native plugins, I think it would be best to use a mobile application or a native application instead of just a website. Yeah.
Great, cool. Edwin, you have something to add on top of that?
Yeah, I believe Davis has just read my mind, but just to summarize, for me, I believe having an app is something that feels much better, but it also depends on so many aspects. For example, if you want to build and maybe you are a novice developer, somebody is just a newbie, having a website is something that will push you fast, but developing an app requires a steeper learning curve. And number two, there's also a way that you can make your website to be like an app. That's what Davis has just said, something called PWA, the Progressive Web App. I've used Next.js framework for so long, and I've been able to convert most of my websites into apps that you just download the icon and it just appears on the home screen or on the desktop or wherever you want to set it. So when you just double tap it, it opens and it's kind of offline. Yeah. So Ross, you have to consider so many things. Number one, it's your user. Number two, it's your level of competency when it comes to technology, or how comfortable are you when you want to develop an app. If you're not that much experienced, you might hire someone, and then it's very much expensive to develop an app as compared to developing what? A website. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Great. Thank you so much for all that and good,
hold
nice
on.
piece of advice. Yes, Paul, you have
Yeah,
something?
let me chip on that.
Mhm.
Now, as everybody has said, it's by preference, and I'll state my preference. Generally, I would not download an app, and if I do, I don't open it as frequently as I would my social media apps, for example. Most applications on your phone, you never touch them. I have like 20 to 30 applications on my phone. I only touch like 5, right? But for websites, I will visit a website on my laptop. I will visit a website on my computer. I spend most of my time on my laptop anyways. So I'm more likely to interact with something via the browser. So generally, even Amazon, I use Amazon as the site, not Amazon the application. So by that line of thinking, because most people never use the application, like they open it once, twice, and then they completely forget about it. And eventually your system, if you have an Android, it will put the application into sleep mode or something, and then it just disables everything, right? Go for, feel free to take this as advice, but go for a web application, because people tend to go for websites more than they would mobile applications. For mobile applications, you're competing for attention with people like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, right? Those guys get most of. If you even open up if you open your phone settings and look at time spent by application right now, I can promise you, it's the top 3-4 applications every single time, every single day. So go for the website. More people are likely to interact with it as opposed to mobile applications. But that's just me.
Yeah, that's true. I completely agree with that. Because I mean, sometimes we download apps for specific things, but the amount of times that we actually use those apps is very rare. But at the same time, the web apps are okay-ish. But my problem with web apps is, which I'm really keen on knowing what you guys do. Like if you have a specific web URL, like if you don't have it at heart, it means you have to go and Google it, check it out. But at what point do you have it at your disposal that, okay, so this is a WeatherSense intelligent app, for example. I need to go and type in my browser weather app / whatever. And sometimes me as the user, I have forgotten. So how do you make sure that your users actually use the exact link that you have, that they don't get lost in like another platform? So that's the only disadvantage I feel about having a web app.
All right,
Yes,
so I can jump on that.
Yeah.
Bookmark it, right? Just bookmark it. You can prompt a user to bookmark your application before they leave. Such ways, right? So and again, another approach I've used professionally is sending out notifications to the user. So for example, now for what's her name, Rosie, I have completely lost. Let me see. Yes, for Rose, your application, let's say it's a web application. I saw you have things like you can opt into. Right, so let's say you opt into reminders. You can send the user the reminders via their browser, and it will appear on their devices, whether it is their phone or their laptop. It will appear and prompt them to open the site. Right, the same thing happens for mobile applications. But now we're putting it on the perspective of what is on the browser, so you don't need to cram it, but you just make sure, for example, your user opts into getting notifications that allow you to prompt them to get on the site. So the reminders for meetings, the way Google Meet does sometimes, or Google Calendar does. Actually, Google Calendar does that on the browser. So when the time for the call comes, it gives you a prompt, right? It gives you a prompt. The meeting is happening at this time. Do you want to join? And then you join the call. So yeah, you can use bookmarking, you can use notifications to get your users' attention, and they don't need to cram the URL. They just need to be in your line of sight, so that they can pin the URL, they can bookmark it, they can get notifications and such. There are other ways, I'm sure, but those are just some off the top of my head.
Great. Yeah, I completely agree with that. And also like bookmarking or saving it as a what? There's a way you can save it on as a home widget.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thanks so much for that. So we are now on the final bit of it. So thank you all for your ideas, suggestions, feedback, and all. And I would love us to check out officially. So if you're not already in the Menti page, just go back to this Menti page once again and join the call. And as we join, I would love to call out Linda. Are you here with us, Linda Achim?
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. So I would love you to do the first checkout for us, just reading what people have written for the checkout today. And maybe you can introduce yourself for people who didn't hear you in the beginning or any other session.
Okay. My name is Linda, and I just joined you guys, I just joined you guys. I want to take this opportunity first to appreciate Maureen and all our amazing speakers for giving us this opportunity and sharing your knowledge with us. And I truly hope the sessions have left an impact on all of us. And I really hope you will continue building and exploring AI. I'm also proud of everyone for making it this far. And I'm excited to see what you've built. All the best to all our presenters. And thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Cool. So how are you feeling checking out today? So we have amazing people already joined the call. So if you haven't, just join right away and mentimeter.com and use the code 174-10987. And yeah, so we are having people feeling inspired. Someone says they're feeling very nice, re-energized. I also feel very re-energized, especially being on this other side where I'm seeing other people present topics and I'm getting really cool ideas. So that's amazing. Someone says they are connected. Someone says eager to have friends. I saw Nilay. I completely miss your name all the time. Yes, Nile has already sent his links. Feel free to join his platform. He demoed the educational platform, especially for schools. Join him on LinkedIn, and it's not limiting us to this. So any other person, feel free to share your LinkedIn on the chat for other people to check you out. And don't lose your connection just by connecting, but rather also talking to each other, speaking, hey, how can we work on a project together so that it just doesn't end in another intro and that's it. Yes, someone else is also feeling impressed. Yes, Linda?
I was actually coming to that. We have really amazing people here, and I was about to ask them to share their LinkedIn or how we can connect with them so that they can share with us their knowledge. Yeah, kinda.
Awesome. Yes, as Linda said, Linda, you can kick it off. Share your LinkedIn for us to check you out. So we don't know what you do, where you are, where you're based. So start it for us. And someone is feeling like an entrepreneur. Someone is feeling re-energized, happy, learning that AI is here. I think Matik said that before. Matik said that at first he was a AI skeptic, but now that AI is here, he had to use it, experiment, and build the WeatherSense API, AI web app, whatever app it is. So yeah, don't stop at here. Eager to have friends. I think I've read that. I feel good. I feel awesome. I feel energized. I feel like an expert. Cool. So I would take us to the next question. So what's your takeaway from this Build with AI sessions? Feel free to write it there. What's your greatest takeaway from this Build with AI sessions? So first of all, one of my, how would I say? One of my, something I assumed AI is for, before these sessions, I felt like AI is for AI experts. And that's something that we have spoke about in these calls, that no one should say that AI is only for experts. So even if you're starting out from scratch, AI is here for you to learn, especially right now. There are so many learning opportunities, learning resources. So feel free to use them. So what's your takeaway from this Build with AI sessions? Feel free to write it. Someone is saying AI is the future. Linda, your hand is still raised, or do you have? I was speaking on mute. Yeah, I saw you put your hands down. So yeah, what's your takeaway from this Build with AI sessions? Because I don't know, I feel like we have a lot to do, especially if you have like a full-time job and you have like a whole lot of new AI technologies to catch up with. What's your strategy? What's your takeaway? That's what we are asking here. And what are you gonna do? So somebody is saying AI is here to stay, of course. To not be shy about using AI, it's just another tool in the toolbox. Yes, it's here and it's here to stay. Waiting for the next. What are you guys thinking? Is the stuff also working for you guys? Are you actually there in the Menti? Just show an emoji if you're already there in the next question. I know we started with the one that was there before, but if you are in the second part of it, yes, just throw an emoji so that we know you are here with us still as we wrap up. AI makes an iteration and experimentation faster. Yes, I think this is true, especially if you are starting from scratch or you are already an expert, and you can make use of AI to leverage on it for your applications or your web apps or whatever, to make it faster for you to iterate faster and also develop faster. AI is simple than I thought. The AI is simple than I thought. I don't know what this means, but yeah, I feel like there's still some learning curve in here, and there's a lot of misconceptions along the way, and that comes with the beauty of technology. So don't stop, keep learning. Cool. So after this, yes, I will continue building. I would go to the semi last question that we have today. How confident do you feel applying in your apps AI skills now? I think when we started, I was an AI skeptic, honestly. As much as I used AI at work, I wasn't sure about the real capabilities of it. And I'm really grateful for these sessions, for speakers who have actually built something. So my confidence level has increased, but I want to know how does it look for you guys? What is your confidence level? So the first question was for the agentic development. How do you feel about that? Can you explain the concepts to someone else? Just write that. Okay. So right now the majority is at 9.3, followed by 8.0 and 9.0, which is really good. Yes. So what will you build next as we wrap up? What are you going to build next? Somebody says developer tools. Yes, Edwin is asking, can you connect us to join you in Berlin? Yes, I mean, there could be opportunities lately, but as far as I know, there are less and lesser relocation opportunities nowadays. I don't know how the market is, especially for someone coming from Kenya. But for me, I relocated because my company relocated me here to Berlin. But I'm pretty sure there could be some other companies that are still offering relocation to Berlin, the way Edwin is asking. But I'm not sure yet. Yeah, unless somebody else has. I think, Davis, you're also in Berlin. Do you see more opportunities for relocation at the moment?
Not really, but I think Edwin, what you're already building with the environmental thing could also take you places here, because people here are also very keen to making the world a safer place. So yeah, you keep on building and keep on posting out there. I think people would reach out. But yeah, I agree with you now. The opportunity to move out here is like it cannot be compared to before. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, keep on the look. I know some companies nowadays post relocating because of the AI stuff, but I don't know, maybe some of them could actually do, especially if you can prove that you are good enough. I would say another strategy that you can employ, especially right now that you're building something that has more sustainability and growth, environmental checkup, use that as your leverage to these opportunities, to say that, okay, you're building this and you can offer a solution maybe to another country's waste solution, maybe Switzerland, Germany, or whatever. Because one thing I know is Germany is very keen on environment cleanup and everything. Because, like one of the jokes that people talk about how Germans are in the recycling, you need to recycle the correct bin in the correct waste in the correct bin. So having your platform maybe you can use that as a leverage for this. Yes, and as we wrap up so that we don't go over time, I know we are a few more minutes past time. Yes, so what are you gonna build next? Developer tools, Gym assistant, an AI agent, AI assistant, AI automation, an AI that knows you well. What is that, an AI that knows you well? Maybe personal assistant or something? I don't know. Yeah, but that was amazing. And I'm really keen on seeing what you guys have in the next one. So I'll just wrap it up here so that we close. And I would share my screen again. Okay, I'm still sharing my screen. And I would say thank you all for joining us in this series. Thank you to GDG Kisii, Flutter Kisumu. I know Alvin had to drop off because he's traveling, and all the amazing presenters. I really learned a lot from all of you, and something that I was like really curious to learn more about is, I don't know, okay, I could be biased, so I would reserve my comments. But yeah, all your projects are amazing, and I'm really keen on seeing how far you go with them. And don't stop here, continue monetizing and continue looking for partners in terms of like achieving the goals. And yeah, let's stay connected, as Linda said. And as at now, I would leave it here. We would communicate with you guys when and how we would conduct the security session in the few coming weeks. So hope to see you guys connect with us once again. And also finally, I'm hosting a Women in Tech Summit in Kenya this November. So tell your other girlies in your connections and whatever locations they are. I'm connecting, I'm organizing a 2-day summit in Nairobi. So I would really love to see more women join us to speak, to give talks and give an amazing workshops, hands-on. I would love to see more hands-on sessions in there. And can guys come too? Yes. Our summits are 100% for women, but we are also welcoming guys to come in, because I think last year we had like some speakers who male, but it was like a quarter. Yeah, and feel free to join us. We have like an amazing program lineup. Our theme is Thrive, Build, Govern. We want to rely mostly on the effective governance and AI policies and everything, especially right now that we are taking the route to building with AI and all. And we're also having product innovation, African startups, entrepreneurship talks, mental well-being, financial security, financial literacy. And yeah, feel free to join us. I'm really keen on having you join us there. And will you be there? Yes, I will be there. So if you are coming to Nairobi, it's a chance that we would meet face to face finally. And I would love to end it here because it's been a long Saturday for us. So feel free to go, have fun, enjoy, connect with your families. I know some people last time were talking about going for drinking. So now you can use the opportunity to drink as much as you want. It's a Saturday after all, but continue building and don't stop building. So I would end it here today. And thank you so much and see you next time. Bye.
Bye bye.